Quick thing before I get started, a couple of days ago we just hit 200 subscribers, so just wanted to say a quick thanks. It's been, I guess, now close to a year since I started this channel, so I appreciate all the support that I've gotten over the past year, and I look forward to creating new content. So without further ado, let's get into the video. With the recent rumors stating that the Patriots have moved their focus from acquiring DeAndre Hopkins and Jerry Jeudy, I know a lot of Patriots fans, despite the Juju Smith-Schuster signing, were upset that New England wasn't able to get their own number one wide receiver. And with a division filled with Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Tua, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle, and potentially Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson, New England not getting their own number one wide receiver personally pissed me off as well. But I think that the more that I've thought about those two players, I think it makes sense why the Patriots didn't go out and get either one. And so that's kind of what I want to talk about in this video, along with some of the current Lamar Jackson drama, which really just came out of left field, if we're being honest. Now, in terms of DeAndre Hopkins, I don't think the Patriots were at all concerned with his current playmaking ability. I mean, any team that has a question with DeAndre Hopkins' playmaking ability is clearly missing something or have lived under a rock for the past 8 seasons. DeAndre Hopkins, when healthy and on the field, is one of the best receivers in the league. There's absolutely no doubt about this, and I'm sure the Patriots knew this 100%. It's probably why it took so long for them to finally put an end to their focus on him. And so I believe one of the main reasons why the Patriots backed out, and this is going to sound really bad, but I think it was because of age. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that a 30-year-old receiver, or really a 30-year-old NFL player, is old, or in other words, starting to decline. And for DeAndre Hopkins, age has definitely not affected his play yet. But at 30 years old, I'm willing to bet that DeAndre Hopkins maybe has another 3 years left as a true number one wide receiver for a team. Now, you might think that that's a lot of time. I mean, 3 seasons is plenty for the Patriots to make a Super Bowl run. But consider the Buffalo Bills receiver Stephon Diggs. When Diggs was traded in 2020 from Minnesota to Buffalo, he was only 26 years old. And not only was he a proven star receiver, but he had the ability to act as a true number one. And so, assuming that the average age of a player when they start to decline is, say, around 33 years old, Buffalo was going to have a true number one receiver for at least 7 years, assuming things went well, which we know so far they have. Which means that Josh Allen would theoretically have a 7-year window with Stephon Diggs, at most, to win a ring. If the Patriots were to acquire Hopkins, they would only have a mere 3-year window, which is less than ideal given their current situation on offense. I know for a fact that the contract and money was not an issue for the Patriots, given their cap space, and so the most likely option as to why New England did pull the trigger was because they wanted to go for a younger player so that they would have a longer window. And so that's where Jerry Jeudy, the Broncos wide receiver, comes in the picture. Jeudy is only 23 years old, so he's a young player, and he's played with Mac Jones before, which is huge for chemistry, and he had a very solid 2022 campaign with Russell Wilson. So, what's not to like? Well, there are really 2 issues with Jerry Jeudy: Denver's asking price and his playmaking ability. Now, to be fair, Jeudy hasn't exactly been granted great quarterback play during his time in Denver, but even then, he hasn't exactly been spectacular. Let's take Brandon Cooks in 2017, for example. When New England traded for, at that point, the 24-year-old, Cooks was coming off back-to-back 1,000-yard, 8-touchdown seasons. Now, albeit they only kept him for a year, and Cooks, during his time in New Orleans, had Drew Brees, but point being, if the Patriots are going to trade for a big-time receiver, specifically a young one, they better get a receiver that is proven or a receiver that is cheap. Which brings me to my second negative. The Broncos, at one point, wanted a first-rounder for Jeudy, and currently want a couple of mid-round picks. Jeudy is neither proven nor cheap, whereas Cooks was proven, albeit costing New England a first-rounder. I'm honestly glad that the Patriots did not make a move for Jeudy, and honestly, given Denver's asking price, I really don't think anybody should be. Jeudy has the potential to be a star, but he's currently not worth the haul that Denver is asking for, which is why I think it makes sense that there was no acquisition of him. And for the Broncos themselves, I think it's wise to keep Jeudy because who knows, maybe things will click for him and Russell Wilson under Sean Payton. Maybe he has a really good year that potentially either ups his value or prompts Denver to continue to keep him. Now, finally, we do have to address the Lamar Jackson news. Now, according to Robert Kraft himself, rapper Meek Mill, yes, Meek Mill, texted Kraft saying that Lamar Jackson had interest in being a Patriot. However, according to reports today, the Patriots will most likely not be pursuing Jackson. And this is absolutely the right move, I think. Because you don't go out and get a new offensive coordinator for Mac Jones, get him a new tight end, and then a new premium wide receiver, only to ship him off for a new quarterback. That's not only unideal, but that's honestly just downright cruel to Mac Jones. Now fine, the NFL is a business, and so let's just assume that happened. Let's say New England traded for Lamar. I'm going to pull a hot take right now and say that the Patriots wouldn't have improved, if not gotten worse, with a Lamar trade. When the Patriots signed Cam in 2020, they were absolutely unprepared in terms of how to use him. Anybody who watched Cam in Carolina knew that he was a better runner and a mobile quarterback than he was a straight-up pocket passer. If you turn Cam into a pocket passer, he's going to fail you, along with his busted arm, which is a completely other thing. But I'm not going to sit here like a casual and say that Lamar can't throw, but he's a better runner than he is a passer. We all know this. I mean, the Ravens, for crying out loud, designed a completely new offense for this man. And asking Bill Belichick, along with Bill O'Brien, to design a new offensive scheme for the Patriots when they've kept pretty much the same one for the same type of quarterback for the last 22 years at this point is a stupid tall task. It's near impossible even. Mac Jones is no TB12, don't get me wrong, but he's pretty much the same type of quarterback, which is why he fits so well in comparison to Lamar or Cam or pretty much any other mobile quarterback. Lamar won't succeed with the Patriots, and to be honest, unless teams commit to adapting to his strengths, you'd be hard-pressed to find any team that will be as successful running a Lamar offense outside of the Ravens, and it's pretty much why I think both sides should just come to an agreement and sign that contract so that they can stay together, because any team adding Lamar is not currently trying to rebuild around him. They're adding him as the piece to take him over the top. And I don't see any team right now that's targeting him that can really do that. That's really built for a new Lamar offense. But anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys disagree, agree, or have any other thoughts based on the Lamar Jackson situation or the Patriots' current wide receiver situation. That's why the comment section is there. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys later in the next one. Peace out.